if it's a situation where it's a spouse and the person is divorcing, because I know in those instances, I'm assuming it depends on what is outlined in the divorce decree.
Right. So when people are married and they have a marital residence where they both went on title together, and now they are separating and doing a division of assets, a court can decide, or the parties can agree during a settlement of who's going to take what and what percentage of what property and interest will be devised. At that time, however, if they're represented by counsel, counsel should be making sure that the language in that divorce decree is very specific. Most of the time, the attorneys present the actual order, the actual divorce decree order for the judge's signature. So we are the ones that actually do it. The judge normally signs it. Some courts, of course, a court may draft their own order. But the point I make is that, you know, the attorneys do have an opportunity at that time to make sure that the language reads properly. And ideally, you want the language to specify if a person is entitled to the full interest in the home, and the divorce decree actually says that by order of the court, that the property now is transferred to the remaining spouse. If they don't put that very language in it, and it just says vaguely, the marital residence shall go to Jane. All right, it's the wife, shall go to Jane. But it doesn't specifically say by virtue of this order, the property hereby vests in Jane. So even though it may say that Jane is entitled to it, a lot of divorce decrees require the husband or wife to go and sign a deed transfer. And that little moment in time just never actually happens.
Mm-hmm.
That husband or wife, either they pass away, it happens, or when it's time for them to sign the deed, they just won't do it. And then you have to go back to the court and do some type of enforcement action to get them to sign the deed. But an actual divorce decree can be your deed if it is written in a particular way to transfer ownership to that remaining spouse.
Wow, that's good information.